Hey there, my name is Pravus and welcome to more Rebel Inc. Escalation official scenarios. Insurgents on a tank. This is a weird scenario and very unique because there's only ever going to be one enemy on the map for the entire game. There are not going to be any insurgent camps nor any insurgent spawns. Instead, the insurgents have one super powerful tank that cannot be killed. You can only fight it and force it to retreat, and by placing your soldiers carefully, you can control where it is supposed to retreat. Now that might sound really easy. All you have to do is corner it in one area, right? And then you can just keep it there while you stabilize the zone. If you have, like, let's say 3 soldiers and some garrisons, you're gonna win, right? Wrong. The trick with the tank is it automatically takes over whatever zone it walks into, even if you're contesting it, and it relinquishes the zone it left. So if you have it ping-ponging between 2 zones, it's gonna get that stacking reputation modifier of retaking a zone. So you'll lose 1 reputation, then 3, then 5, then 9, and all of a sudden you find that you've lost the game. So what you're supposed to do is get 3 or 4 soldiers and carefully corral it around the map, never staying in one area for too long, revisiting the same zones, and for the love of God, keep it away from your urban areas. That's supposed to be the idea. However, there is a way to cheese it. Now, if you're not going to cheese it, I'd recommend playing on a more open map, like the Saffron Fields, for example, so there's more opportunities to move it around, but the less urban areas there are on a map, generally speaking, the better. We're going to go for something like the Black Caves, and I think that's going to work out just fine. I'll play with the Smuggler, though the Warlord actually isn't half bad, just to get some extra units early on. Doesn't matter too much what we're going to go for as far as advisors, except delaying reputation loss really is going to be helpful, so we're going to pick that up. Mega Brutal, and it's going to be called Ocean Ocelot. Because of course it is. It's fine. The insurgents have stolen a tank right down over here. Not a fantastic spot for me. What I would like to do probably is set up my HQ, let's say right over here, I think. And what we're going to try to do is draw the tank toward me. And I'm going to use soldiers to try and force it to back off of this area and retreat over here. And then hopefully get into this mountain pass. If it doesn't want to go there, over here can work as well to some extent. The trick, of course, is the tank cannot go into mountains, so that gives you some idea of where it is going to go. I don't want to repeatedly going into an urban area. That would be terrible. And it prioritizes retreating into a zone that has the best road infrastructure, but the least number of soldiers. That's the idea. Let's go ahead and pick up some district representatives, some effective procurements. Let's go for our education and more intelligence, because that's still generally going to be the way to go. He's not going to stay here for very long, and we do have access to soldiers right off the bat. So we're going to go ahead and pick up a coalition soldier. We'll need to get a second one in just a little bit. He's going to move over here probably in just a moment. There he is. Hi, Gimli. Good lord. All right, so he's going over here. In a minute, he's going to head over toward my HQ. Now, I will probably need a 3rd soldier just to guarantee that this guy is going to corral the way I want him to. Which is unfortunate because, I mean, depending on where he starts, you can get away with only having 2 coalition soldiers, but this time around, probably not. So let's go ahead and place my guy here in the HQ because I think he's going over here right now. Let's also place here in this city so he can't retreat here. So what's going to happen is we'll fight him here, and he'll go either back down over this way because it has the best roads, or he'll go over here. Generally speaking, he's probably going to go over here. All right, notice he immediately relinquished this zone, right? And again, if he had control of this zone and we were fighting him, all we'd have to do is, as soon as he retreats back to an area he controlled, quickly pull our units off before they retake an area, and he'd just keep going back and forth between 2 zones that are already occupied, and we wouldn't lose any reputation. That'd be fantastic. Alas and alack, that is not the way that things are going to go. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get that universal justice going now. I think that'll be fine. I actually should have gotten a 3rd soldier right now, but we can afford to wait for a moment. All right. Now, I need to get that 3rd coalition soldier right now. Notice we lost 2 reputation there instead of only 1. By fighting over here, he won't retreat over here. We're going to get him back into this corner. At least that's the idea. Let's see if this works. Pretty sure he won't go down here with the dirt roads. So we should be able to win this fight without too much of an issue. Come on, move on. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. All right, we're going to move you over here, and then we're going to move you over here. He won't retreat over here because there are soldiers. He won't retreat over here because there are soldiers. So we can get him to go down some of these dirt roads just like so. Now, what are people asking for? They're asking for things like, I don't know, jobs. Jobs. Ridiculous. I don't even know what you guys get off. What are you guys thinking? Yeah, whatever. All right, so we're going to control this area and then get him to retreat over here. That's it. Perfect. Just like that. Then we're going to move a unit up over this direction. And here's where the cheese is now going to come in. So we're going to engage in a fight against this guy. And the second that we are winning said fight, and he starts to retreat, we're going to pull back. And what's going to happen is he'll reset his movement and stay in this zone. I won't lose any reputation because I retreated when I had already won, as opposed to retreating when you're actively fighting. And if he stays in the same zone for the entire game, well, guess what? He's not hitting other zones. You're not losing reputation. We're not losing reputation from retreating. We basically just completely nullify this by simply just microing this the entire game. That's the cheese. It's not exactly the most fun way to play the game, but I mean, it works. And I mean, if the developers are just going to give you a way of cheesing the game, how could I possibly say no? See, we just retreated there because we'd actually won, and he just gave up on his retreat and stayed in the same area. That's it. This is how we win game. People really want jobs and highways and healthcare. Fine, we can go ahead and do some of that. Now, what I'd really like to get, probably, are some urban developments, especially since all the urban areas seem to be asking for jobs, so a development bank is probably going to be the first thing we want to get. So let's go ahead and pick that up. Then we need some anti-corruption, because corruption can really sink you. Now, one way to still lose this scenario. Whoa, 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 why are you retreating? You're not supposed to be able to retreat. Hey, 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 hey! Whoa, you are not supposed to be allowed to do that. Whoa, whoa, Nelly, get the frick out of here. Holy crud. Okay, let's pay close attention to this one and not let him do that again. Sometimes weird things do seem to happen and he just decides to move, even when you're actively fighting and winning. You have to win a fight pretty quickly sometimes in order to force that to work. Anyways, all right, so let me think for a second. What else are people asking for? Highways and stuff? Yeah, we need more jobs, though. Let's go for some livestock development. Okay, we're going to make sure we do this right this time. Pull back. Get back in. Okay, there we go. Keep doing that. Don't lose track. We're just going to have to micro more intensely so he doesn't have a chance to pull this against me. There we go. There we go. No more of that retreating nonsense. If he starts breaking free, right? You know, Freddie Mercury style, I want to break free, then we're going to actually find ourselves in a lot of trouble. We've got to keep him corralled if this cheese is going to work. The real trick that I can see here is we really wanted to have only 2 coalition soldiers so I don't need to sack as much reputation. And now I'm a little bit concerned. Let's go and start training up some national soldiers. Garrisons can help you with this at least a little bit. I'm going to let him retreat back over here so we can try to get back on top of this with only 2 coalition soldiers instead of 3. Then we're going to go ahead and pick up a garrison, which, depending on where it's placed right here, is fine. Gives me a little bit more strength so we can win fights faster and I can really get away with only having 2 units instead of 3. Right? Please tell me you can actually win this. Jeez. Let's go ahead and get this guy over here. Should be fine. There we go. He'll want to retreat. He can't. Pull back. Go here. There we go. There we go. Just don't give him a chance to actually think about anything. More jobs. Still. Good Lord, you people are so very frustrating. I mean, we should be building plenty of jobs at this point. I don't really see the problem, if I'm being completely honest with you. I'll tell you what, we're going to go for telecoms. Telecoms, of course, the more you stack them up, the more support you're going to gain locally, so that usually works out fairly well. Pull back, go back. We have a stable zone. Now, getting a single stable zone very early on is so very helpful. Why? Because if you don't, you end up getting that lack of stability. If you have no stable zones by this point, you can easily start losing 1, 2, 3 reputation or more per month. Getting a single zone stabilized is going to stave all that off and save a lot of reputation. It looks like we're going to be getting a second one reasonably soon, so I'm not even feeling that worried about it. All is going well. Now, we are going to let this guy leave. Should not need him. A second national soldier would be helpful. Of course, my corruption's dangerously high, but we're probably going to want to let some of these guys leave soon. Fun and excavation. Yeah, we can go ahead and get a boost to reputation. A little bit of extra reputation sure doesn't hurt anybody. Pull back. Go here. There we go. Just keep going. Keep going. Never going to stop. Never going to stop. What else do people want? Regular roads of any kind. Fine. Go ahead and get some roads and some highways and stuff. I can do that. But I really want that corruption reduction, just so you understand. You guys are putting me in a bit of a weird spot. All right. National Soldier's going to go over here. We're going to go ahead and do a long extension with you. We're going to pull back. And we're going to get right back in. Good news is he can't retreat into any of these mountains, so I have some idea where he's going to go. That's why this is kind of the optimal corner, because even if we lose control of him and he breaks out somewhere, we have a little bit of time to actually try to, get him back in his zone. Let's go for some more of that anti-corruption. The corruption's actually really killing me right now. Good Lord. You're going to do one more long extension. Ideally, we want to have enough national soldiers that we don't have to worry about this from here on out. Pull back. Just keep working the micro. Keep working that micro. Don't ever stop. More national soldiers, sure. Pull back, go back. There we go. I'd like to get another garrison at some point. That would also help quite a bit. Actually, there it is. Yeah, you can see the lack of stability starting to hurt here. Again, we're about to stabilize 2 more zones, though. That will solve this problem. Another garrison right here will make it easier for when national soldiers inevitably do need to take over. Pull back. Get back in here. There we go. Looking fine. That takes care of the lack of stability. At least it should have. Okay, maybe we need to get 1 more zone figured out here, please. Gotta pay attention. Don't lose track. Gonna be fine. Let's see. People are so angry about the lack of jobs. I don't get it. You guys have plenty of job opportunities. Seriously, we're working on so many of them. Good lord, and he retook this zone somehow. Weird. How's that lack of stability? Figured out. Good. Unfortunately, I don't see any other zones that are happy right now, so I'm feeling a little bit concerned. Gotta get that corruption down still. Okay, pull back. Go here. Soldiers over here for now will be fine. Actually, we can do some testing. Let's see what happens if I move you over here. With 2 national soldiers in these garrisons, is this still strong enough to win? Should be. Yeah, easily enough. All right. Lack of highway infrastructure. Duly noted. We'll work on it. Okay, I'm actually really worried now. The lack of stability is going to start building up very rapidly if we're not careful. That was a little bit too fast, if I'm honest. There we go. Now we can pull back. Go again. Increased pay for national soldiers? Sure thing. We'll do that. Whoa, you stay put. I saw him moving for a moment. The jobs, dude. The jobs. We've got plenty of job opportunities. Land rights. Do something. Okay, he's going to retreat, pull back, and in a moment we're going to have 3 national soldiers, at which point, yeah, I absolutely let my coalition soldiers just leave. We can test this if I want. Let's go ahead and bring you back for a moment. Move you guys in position so we'll be able to send some national soldiers up here the second I pull back. Let's just make sure that these 3 are, in fact, strong enough. Let's do some corruption purges. Got to do that. Because we're still losing a bit too much. The lack of stability is starting to build up again. Okay, at least this city is now starting to look a little bit happier. Pull back, move you here, move you here. Now, one problem I've got is these national soldiers move a lot slower, and I mean a lot slower. Going for national travel logistics is certainly going to help. Getting some dirt roads wouldn't be a bad idea either. And they can win this, so we're fine. Pull out, go back, and we'll be able to take over. Another zone stabilized, good. Another one very close. Lack of stability still building up, but it is getting closer. Jobs are still an unbelievable concern. Frick all of you. I don't like these people. I don't like the people in this zone anymore. I don't like them. What do you guys want? Tax network, subsidized TV? Gain reputation. I'll take that. Didn't even increase my corruption. Even better. A little bit of extra reputation just buys breathing room. That's all we care about. Another garrison over here, huh? Sure, why not? Okay, so now we definitely are fine over here. There's another stable zone. Excellent. Lack of stability has been eliminated. That leaves only corruption. Good. Don't get too complacent. I know it sounds tempting, but don't do it. Some dirt roads, if you could build them around here just to let me move around a little faster, could be nice. Pull back. Go here. At least we're moving nice and fast again, so we'll go right back. All right. So have I made my point? Have I successfully made my point on how you cheese this? Do y'all believe me now? I mean, this scenario seems really bad, and it really is a cool, creative scenario. I mean, I remember playing in a custom one not too long ago. It was SCP-based, and this is basically what I was asking for, was have like 2 or 3 really strong insurgents, right, marching around that were hard to actually contain rather than fighting a whole bunch of guys splitting off. That was kind of the idea, and this kind of is that. How we're losing reputations means we're just kind of barely taking over the zone by accident. I'm not getting the best timing. New Air Force is fine, I suppose, though ultimately it doesn't matter too much. Let's go for telecoms level 2, just kind of keep stacking that up. We should be able to win fights very resoundingly now. Are you retreating? Whoa, hey. No. This is where things start getting bad. No, and no. Back up. There we go. All right. Coalition soldiers, get him back where he belongs, please. Get him back in his cage. Okay, this is where I have occasionally had the tank just go kind of nuts, and for some reason, he just refuses to stay contained. I've had that happen. I don't really know why that happens. I just know that sometimes it does. We've lost a lot more reputation over here now because that zone is getting retaken too many times. Are people happy yet? No. Of course they're not. Electricity will let me certainly roll out more initiatives a little bit faster. I'm good with that. How are we doing as far as lack of stability? Great. Okay, we are fine over here. I suppose one thing we could do is start going for interpreters and guides and stuff, but kind of meh. Let's get some strength for my soldiers, because we're still not winning quite as fast as I might like. I'd love to do some extensive aid, but we're going to need a bit more money. I can't choose this because this zone is insecure. Well, then we have no choice. I really don't. Now, the more zones you have stable, peace starts building up based off of that. That is the idea. Pull back. Get back. There we go. Let's go for stronger garrisons. That'll help a smidge. Let's go for some remote subsidies, or outreach, sorry, so we can go ahead and start stabilizing them a smidge faster. There we go, there we go. Pull back, get over here, and we're fine. Okay, as long as we don't mess up, we're fine. It's interesting that we don't even have to worry about things like foreign relations. Like, that's not even a thing either. And we should be able to go for democratic transition, because there's only one insurgent. I mean, what are the odds of them actually, like, demolishing our democracy? Not very high. We should be able to just start farming out some extra reputation that way, too. We will want to prioritize those elections, of course. Okay, just watching you with a little bit of apprehension. Don't go nowhere. Stay exactly where you are. Back up. Very good. Very good. Is everyone happy yet? You still want jobs. Gosh, jobs are not all they're meant out to be. Have you been on the Reddit anti-work yet? All right? Jobs are not that great. Oh gosh, that was me pulling out too early, actually. We technically hadn't quite won that. I'm gonna reject these garrisons. We don't need any more in order to win this. There we go. Now we can pull back. Yeah, if you time this just slightly off, that's one of the reasons we're losing some reputation. Full reform, sure thing. Whoop, okay, he's trying to do his thing again. Back her up. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and keep fighting him over here. I think it's fine. If we keep having him retreat over here, guess what's gonna happen? We lose even more reputation. I'm not taking that risk. So let's just fight him over here. And then pull back and keep doing that. There we go. Full elections, 6% chance that the tank comes storming through the government building and saying, I object! Oh, man. No, we're not going to have to worry about that. Roads and highways, sure thing. Just a little bit more travel speed in case this happens. We have stable zones. He can't go much of anywhere. There we go. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. Almost got peace. That's enough stable zones, and that kills the tank, and we win. Boom! All right. So now you know how to cheese this scenario on Mega Brutal. You can see why this would be a lot harder if you had to play it legitimately. Moving your soldiers around, preferably with plenty of space to maneuver, constantly moving it around the map, keeping it far away from your urban zones. One of the map that works really well for that, believe it or not, is the Azure Dam, because I'm pretty sure that even though you can buy the dam initiatives, I'm pretty sure it's disabled. So that has like the least number of cities on it and still a pretty reasonable amount of open space you can work with. But even so, this scenario would be really tricky, except I found a way to break it. Thank you all very much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed this scenario. If so, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.